Sal from To the Bigs here, your number one source for everything Major League Baseball prospects. We continue with our 2025 must watch season preview series with a look to the future. I'm going to give you 9 prospects that could potentially be at the same time next year the number one overall prospect going into 2026. Let's get into it. I'm going to break this up into 3 tiers. First, the favorites. First off in the favorites, Samuel Basallo, catcher for the Baltimore Orioles. We've yelled his name numerous times on our site, on our videos. This guy should be number one prospect overall right now. The only way he won't be the number one overall prospect next year is if he's already debuted or hit that minimum in the majors. If he doesn't or gets a late start, he will be the number one overall prospect and an absolute future potential superstar. Number 2, Walker Jenkins, Minnesota Twins. I'm not selling on Walker Jenkins, but I'm not buying him yet. He hasn't had that much time in the pros regardless, with an injury bug after being drafted in 2023. He only saw a couple games in AA, which he struggled, but it was very early and a quick 20 at bats. I want to see him in a full season in AA. If he impresses, he'll shoot up to the number one automatically as well. If not, he may stay in that 10 to 20 range that he's in right now. 3, same draft class, Max Clark, Detroit Tigers, same situation. I think he still has to impress. These two guys both have been top prospects based off of their draft position, their potential, being young high school kids out of the draft. They both need to impress right now. He'll likely see a short stint in high A and then shoot up to double A for most of the season. Big make or break season for Max Clark. Tier 2, the good chances. These are guys that I think could, potentially be the number one prospect. However, they're not dark horses, kind of right in that middle range. The first one, Leo Dallas De Vries. We just covered him in our top 10 team international prospects. A unbelievable talent, moving up the ranks super early. The youngest kid in A ball last year by a long shot. He's going to have a big season. I think he jumps up really close to number one, if not number one overall. I like him over Walcott, which is why I have him right here on this list. Number 5, another international prospect, Josue De Paula, coming off an injury bug last year. I think he has a full healthy season. He's an absolute monster, a 6'3" power hitting, good disciplined bat for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He could also jump up that list with a great season as well. And last on tier 2 is a little bit of a surprise. Cole Young, shortstop for the Seattle Mariners. I like him better than Colt Emerson. And I say this because last year I did a pick 2 segment where I compared his stats to Jackson Merrill's, and they were very similar, and they're very similar in age as well. I think Cole Young is just a year behind. Now, Jackson Merrill hit his ceiling in the pros. We'll see if Cole Young can do the same, but I think that he is going to shoot up easily to that top 10, if not number one overall, as he is a very disciplined, mature bat for the Seattle Mariners, and he's an extreme talent you want to keep an eye on. Tier 3, the dark horses. Number 7, Justin Crawford, Philadelphia Phillies. This guy has jumped up the ranks. A lot of people really like him. We got to see him live at Jersey Shore with the Blue Claws in high A. He's now in double A. This guy is a 5-tool player. Fast, impact, great fielder, and he's also developing that power. He hits a lot of ground balls. Let's see him push that power maybe into the 15 to 20 homer range. If he does that this year and gets his discipline up, I could see him being a guy that could potentially be a top pick, a top prospect. Number 8, we've yelled his name from the rooftops on this website, on our videos, Jason Chourio, Cleveland Guardians. This guy is an unbelievable discipline, 20+% walk rate, unbelievable line drive ground ball hitter who needs to develop that power. And if you've seen pictures on social media, they're showing that he's gained a ton of muscle coming into spring training this year. He's my pick for MILB prospect of the year that Christian Campbell won this past year. And I think he makes it very close and is my dark horse choice to be the number one overall prospect in 2026. And finally, Cole Young is not the only Seattle Mariner middle infielder that I think has this chance. Michael Arroyo, second base, shortstop, third baseman for the Seattle Mariners, had an unbelievable year in high A, and he will likely see double A at a super young age as well. He's going to be very good. And if he repeats anywhere near his 2024 season in 2025, that number one spot is not that far off and will surprise a lot of people. Get on these 9 guys now. This is Sal from To The Bigs. Follow our playlists and subscribe to our YouTube channel.